Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another fresh edition of Tectonics. Here we discuss technology news from all across the world, which in some way or the other is going to affect you. I'm your host Shubham Rajput, and let's go ahead and start with our first news, which is coming from Facebook. Don't worry, there's nothing fishy going on right now. But on the other hand, Facebook has finally decided to take massive action against various different kinds of apps that Facebook thinks are not using user data the way they are supposed to use or are not handling user data very responsibly. Facebook, via a blog post, just revealed that they are in the process of reviewing thousands of different apps to see how the user data is being used. Facebook is also in the process of suspending and banning many different applications which are not handling this data responsibly. These thousands of apps as of now can be mapped to at least 400 different developers. One such application which has received immediate ban from Facebook is called My Personality. It is said that My Personality was not using user data in a way it was supposed to use and was not protecting user identities the way it was supposed to protect, and this user data was being transferred over onto research companies for a variety of different purposes without protecting the privacy that was encapsulated in this data. This step from Facebook is receiving special attention from people owing to the fact that this step is seen as a response of Facebook to the aftermath of Cambridge Analytica scandal. Well, it is an important step not just for Facebook but also for various different social media companies like Facebook, because as far as privacy is concerned, it is one of the biggest concerns that technology has seen this year. Let's say what other policies come into place to protect user privacy in late 2019 and early 2020. Moving on, let's talk about Huawei. Let's talk about Huawei. In the global event that was held in Munich, Huawei just launched Mate 30 and Mate 30 Pro. As is the case every year, the Mate series are the flagship devices that are offered by Huawei, and as such they packed the latest and the greatest technology that is available in this very moment. This year also, Mate lineup is focusing primarily on photo capture elements, and in that direction there are many different kinds of hardware and software capabilities that are now being incorporated in these Huawei devices. Apart from that, one of the key highlights that this Mate lineup is presenting are the deployment of Kirin 990 and Kirin 995G SoCs. But that is not why this launch is very special. This launch is special because the Mate devices will not be having Google Play Store or Google services ingrained in them. This launch is special because it is highlighting one of the key decisions that Huawei is taking of gradually shifting its dependency from Google and Google services to becoming much more self-dependent. It is also worth pointing out that a month back, Huawei released its own operating system called Harmony operating system or Harmony OS, Harmonious, to power its mobile devices and other devices that are manufactured by Huawei. So this kind of decision is something that will have lasting impacts and is going to change various different kinds of things in the smartphone industry as far as experts suggest. Well, we don't need experts for that, but this is going to be a critical point in the evolution of smartphone industry. People like me who are very interested in practical electronics are going to be very happy listening to this news. Since the time of release of Raspberry Pi 4, people have been asking when will they be able to run any kind of emulator on Raspberry Pi 4? When will they be able to play retro games that they want? Because gamers are a different kinds of species. When they want something, they want something. Anyways, since the point of its release, people have been questioning when some kind of emulator is going to be available for Raspberry Pi 4. It seems their wait is going to stop because there is now Laka 2.3 that is being released, which can now be installed over onto your Raspberry Pi 4 either at the time of installing Noobs, or if you want you can also directly download the image of Laka 2.3 from its official website, and then you can just go ahead and put it on your SD card, and now you will be able to run various different kinds of retro games over onto your Raspberry Pi. You will be able to emulate various different kinds of games on your Raspberry Pi 4 and have a good time. Truth be told, there were different kinds of workaround that you could use in order to emulate games before Laka was released, but it was not something which was very official and it was not an official way of doing things. But with the release of Laka 2.3, gamers are very happy and now they can just go ahead and tinker with Raspberry Pi 4 the way it is supposed to be tinkered. Talking about gaming, last year Sony's president and CEO Kenichiro Yoshida confirmed the development of PlayStation 5. Well, what was expected till now was that the base model of PlayStation 5 will be released first and then it will eventually be followed by the slimmed down version of PlayStation 5 and also a Pro version. But right now a rumor is spotting up and it is saying that the Pro version of PlayStation 5 can be released at the time of launch of the base model as well. Well, this rumor has popped out after Zenji Yoshida, if I'm pronouncing the name right, via his YouTube channel confirmed that this indeed is going to happen. This news, truth be told, can be taken with a pinch of salt, but the news that Zenji gave about PS4 Pro and Switch Lite last year were very accurate to the description that he gave. So let's go ahead and see what PlayStation 5 Pro and the various different models associated with PlayStation 5 are going to bring over onto the table. Good news for gamers all around, isn't it? Okay, so let's finish this edition of Tectonics with news from outer space. Yes, outer space. Astronomers have just discovered the most massive neutron star to exist till date. This neutron star is about 4600 light years away from Earth. This neutron star is teetering on the edge of the existence and is approaching the theoretical maximum mass that a neutron star can possibly achieve. For those of you who are unaware of it, neutron stars are the massive remains of massive stars going supernova. These are the most densest normally observable material on the universe. In order to give you an understanding as to how dense this material is, if you can condense the material of a neutron star into a size of a sugar cube, it will weigh 100 million tons. 100 million tons for a sugar cube. Can you imagine that? Still, if you are having trouble imagining it, it is equivalent to the weight of the entire population of this planet. Well, space just keeps getting better and better, isn't it? Stay tuned to Yantras and I'm coming up with something very special as far as astronomy and astrophysics is concerned. But till that time, this was it as far as this edition of Tectonics is concerned. I hope you enjoyed everything that we discussed here and you learned something new today. Having said that, I request your permission to take leave and I'm going to see you again very, very soon. Namaskar.